Every time we enter a new year, we hope that great things will happen in a brand new year. And it is also a time people set goals, cast visions, and set directions. That's probably what many people hear from the pulpit at the beginning of the year. While I acknowledge that there's benefit and advantage to do those things, I find that we can stray away from what's truly important quite easily as we do that. So I have one suggestion in this goal setting and vision casting season so that we do not lose sight of the most important aspect. Now, my one suggestion is to consciously make make Jesus Christ the Lord of our goals, because He is the Lord of our lives, right? This doesn't apply to those whose Lord of life is not Jesus, right? I'm speaking to believers who have given their lives to Christ. Now, if Jesus is the Lord of our lives, He should be the Lord of our goals as well. We would be lying if we say we belong to Christ and yet our goals have nothing to do with Christ. And if you think about it, goals reflect our desire and ideal. When we set goals, we are acknowledging that we want something, that something is good in our eyes. The absence of the Lordship of Christ in our goals means that Christ is not our primary desire. It means that we do not deem Christ as good at all. It is absurd for anyone who claims to love Jesus and to follow Jesus to not reflect the Lordship of Jesus in their goals. That is the kind of Christianity we want to avoid. We do not want to be hypocrites who worship God externally, but internally we remain our own master. We live for ourselves. And just from reviewing the goals we have set for ourselves, we can see what is our true desire and ideal. Now, I don't mean that we cannot have goals like making more money, having better relationships, or having a smooth career. You see, people who love Jesus and follow Jesus can have such goals as well. It is not against the teaching of Jesus to have them. But we can be sure that those goals are profoundly subjected to the Lordship of Christ for those who truly love Jesus and follow Jesus. So are you in this category? Sometimes it can be difficult to discern who truly subjects their lives to Christ. But at this moment, we are not looking at others. We are looking at ourselves. We must ask this: how is Christ prioritized in my life as reflected in my goals or even habits? Do they have anything to do with Christ and His teaching? And also, we should note this: there is a big difference between prioritizing Christ and just simply having Christ. We are really looking at the details here. So that is how we examine ourselves. So I just want to remind ourselves this: dear followers of Christ, let's not make 2021 about ourselves. Make it about Christ in genuine and concrete ways. Start somewhere. Perhaps for some it would be a good beginning already to realize that Christ is not the Lord of your lives. At least you know where you are. So run to Jesus, repent. This is our eternal message. Acknowledge His Lordship in your lives and find out what that truly means. You see, the church is always ready to help you in this, and God's grace is always sufficient. So may the Lord help us all.